Anytime a heart turns from darkness to light, anytime temptation comes and someone stands to fight, anytime somebody lives to serve and not be served, I know God is on the move, on the move, hallelujah. God is on the move in many mighty ways. God is on the move, hallelujah. God is on the move today. Anytime in weakness someone falls upon their knees, or dares to speak the truth that sets men free, anytime the choice is made to stand upon the word, I know God is on the move, hallelujah. God is on the move in many mighty ways. God is on the move, hallelujah. God is on the move today. Stirs a searching soul, and someone says, send me, here I go. I know God is on the move, hallelujah. God is on the move in many mighty ways. God is on the move, hallelujah. God is on the move today.
So I've been thinking about who we call superheroes and who we call villains. I mean, what makes a superhero and a villain the villain? The answer? Opportunities. Okay, there might be other answers, but for the sake of this conversation, the answer is opportunities. What I mean is opportunities to be super. What is an opportunity, you ask? It's like when you were given a chance to choose what you do. So I got to thinking, what might happen if villains had the opportunity to be supers? Would they still be villains? Oh, we shall see. See, what I have is a villain randomizer that will select famous villains at random. It's a villain randomizer, so duh. Then I also have a super opportunity randomizer, which will give us a random opportunity to be super. At random, you get it. We'll match up the random famous villain with the random opportunity to be super, and what will come out? The possibilities are endless. Possibly villains turning into superheroes before our very eyes, or they just might stay villains. We shall see. Okay, let's rev up the random villain randomizer. It's Captain Hook, one of the most famous iconic villains of all. With a hook for a hand, will never ever leave Peter, Wendy, and those poor lost boys alone. All right now, let's rev up the super opportunity randomizer. You see someone about to cross a busy street and their shoe is dangerously untied. Okay, this is simple and a super opportunity to be super and not a villain. Let's put the two together. I will act out Captain Hook's response. Oh no, I'm Captain Hook. I'd like to help this person tie their shoe, but I have a hook for a hand. Arr. I'll just end up scratching their foot, getting frustrated and putting the hook through a nearby car window. Well, that didn't work.
Hey, what's up?
I'm just playing the game to see if supervillains could be superheroes if only they had super opportunities.
That is an interesting thought. Opportunities to be super can change things quite a bit. I don't know if they can make a supervillain look like a superhero, but they can change people's lives. That's what happened with Ruth and Naomi in the Bible.
For real? Yo, how so?
Well, it's a story from the book of Ruth, chapter 2. There wasn't enough food for everyone in a place called Bethlehem.
Wait. Isn't that where Jesus was born?
Yes, that would come later. So, because there wasn't food, people moved away, including Naomi and her family. The sad thing was, Naomi's husband and sons died. So, she was left with her sons' wives, Ruth and Orpah.
Oh, that's sad.
Very sad. But the women loved each other very much. Then Naomi got some good news.
Oh, well, thank goodness.
Yeah. God provided food for the people living back in Bethlehem again. So Naomi and Ruth decided to move back.
That must have been a brave thing to do. Like, kind of heroic.
Very much so. Because they still needed to figure some things out when they got there. Like, where would they stay and how would they find food? Naomi was from Bethlehem, but Ruth was not. But God gave her an opportunity to take care of herself and Naomi.
And an opportunity to be super.
Exactly. Ruth went to a farm to pick up the leftover grain. The field she was working in belonged to a man named Boaz.
Boaz? That's a fun name. Boaz!
Boaz noticed Ruth and found out that she was the one who came back to Bethlehem with Naomi. Boaz told Ruth to keep gathering grain in his field. He even invited her to eat with the rest of the workers.
Whoa, that was like a super opportunity for Boaz too.
For sure. And that wasn't all. Boaz told his workers to let Ruth have as much grain as she wanted. So from morning until evening, Ruth gathered leftover grain.
Like a boss superhero.
I guess so. Boaz said to Ruth in Ruth 2:11, "I've been told all about what you have done for your mother-in-law since the death of your husband, how you left your father and mother and your homeland and came to live with the people you did not know before. May the Lord repay you for what you have done. May you be richly rewarded by the Lord, the God of Israel, under whose wings you have come to take refuge."
Heroes recognizing heroes. I love this.
Ruth brought the grain home, and Naomi saw that it was a lot. Ruth told Naomi all about Boaz and his field. Naomi was happy to hear this because Boaz wasn't a stranger. He was part of Naomi's family. God gave Ruth an opportunity to find food and take care of herself and Naomi. God gave Boaz the opportunity to show kindness to someone he didn't know. God does the same for us. Every day we have opportunities to care for others and do the right thing.
Opportunities to be super.
Right. God gives us opportunities.
So, I don't really need this super opportunity randomizer.
No idea what that is, but yeah. God gives us plenty of opportunities every day to help others. And we just have to be aware.
What do you mean aware?
Means like paying attention, looking for opportunities whenever and wherever they might come.
Like a person who's about to cross a busy street with their shoe untied, and I'm not Captain Hook, so I won't scratch your foot.
guess.
Or someone who is cold and who needs a coat, and I just happen to have one, and I could offer them a coat because I would never turn them into stone instead.
I was with you until the last part. But I guess it seems like you kind of got it. All right, so I'm out of here. Good luck getting out there and being super.
We may not be superheroes or supervillains, but just like the people in the Bible story, God gives us all opportunities to help others and do good. We just have to pay attention and act when the opportunity comes. Maybe that's like the definition of what a real superhero does. So maybe we're all superheroes after all. Well, either way, God gives us opportunities, and maybe there's one right in front of you right now. Let's keep looking for opportunities that God has for us. It's been fun randomizing stuff with you and learning Bible stuff with you. It's always good to learn and grow together. See you next time. Bye.